So okay. Tully jumped into the mirror, taking Cassandra's place. But the moon rocks judged her to be a good person and all, and so they sent her back, but they upgraded her wheelchair. They sent her back with a battle-bought life pod from an earlier race they had met, the Beldians. And so now Tully could fly. And Cassandra danced a happy dance because she was finally free. So these moon rocks, they just touched down on Earth and then they moved on, asked Jamaica. Yes, said Tully. You know so much, you learn so much. In minutes, said Cassandra. Well, I spent centuries in that mirror without a single memory of my time in there. I think it's this battle chair life pod that remembers it. It remembers everything. I have memories of galactic empires in my head that vanished millions of years ago. Crystal clear memories of things that I have no way of knowing about. But they're as clear as if I had lived them. Cassandra began teaching some of the sisters, and because her vibration had shifted, she had become someone who could share the gift with others. She had become the sisters' moon rock. Tully, in order to maintain her normal life as a college student, switched her chair to camouflage mode so that her chair appeared to be an average wheelchair. And then she continued on with her daily routine. Then one day Tully appeared as a hologram in the White House. Mr. President, we have to talk. How did you get in here? I'm just a hologram. What? Who are you? My name is Tully, and I'm a college student at Salem State College. But enough about me. Our solar system is defenseless. If an asteroid or meteorite, either natural or artificial, was aimed towards the Earth, we are like the net, the goal in a football game, undefended, with no goalie guarding the net. So I am upgrading your military's non-binary Zeta computers so that I can communicate with it more efficiently. How do you know about... Now, have you the schematics to... no. How do you know about the Zeta computers? Oh, it's difficult to explain, Mr. President, but now you have the schematics to build space drones that can serve as an early defense warning system to protect the Earth. You'll be amazed at the upgrades I've made to the Zeta computer. Thank you, Tully. You're welcome, Mr. President. If you need me, just ask your Zeta computer. She knows how to reach me now. The President ordered everyone into the Situation Room. The entire interaction with Tully holograph was played for the government officials. What happened here? Asked the President. I want answers. The entire Pentagon put its PSYOPs unit that was in charge of the Zeta program, in charge of developing these space drones. They were battle chairs set on automatic pilot. Mr. President, as far as we can tell, these drones are exact copies of the flying vehicle Tully is sitting in, except driverless, said General Watchmaker. Why, think of it, if we could put 1,000 soldiers in these chairs, we could bring peace and order to the world. What about space defense? Ha! There's nothing out there, Mr. President. I mean, you don't believe in little green men now, do you? There, Mr. President, sir? I am issuing an executive order forbidding you from trying to modify these drones in any way. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. In class, everyone ran to the windows. Long black cars drove up. It was the President of the United States. We need you to come with us. What? Asked Tully. I told you how to reach me. You are too important of an asset for us to leave you exposed to the world. Air Force One. Where is that? Where was it? Wait a minute. We need you to come with us. What? I told you how to reach me. Telly, you're too important of an asset for us to leave you exposed to the world. Air Force One is waiting to bring you to Town, the safest, most protective spot on the earth. But my friends, my life, you should have asked me first. Tully, your nation needs you. Yes, Mr. President. General Yolaban Watchmaker walked away thinking, all right, Mr. President, I cannot modify these chairs, but she can. To himself, he was singing to himself. Now it's only a matter of getting her to do it. General Yolaban Watchmaker found the perfect candidate. A young former soldier, Tully's age, who had lost his legs to an IED. But he still had his pretty face. Gunnery Sergeant Zhang. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Soon Tully and Zhang were in a relationship. And he was filling her head with questions like, imagine if children in wheelchairs could fly. Imagine how happy they'd be to have a special ability, not just a special need. Yes, but I have memories of worlds that destroyed themselves when alien tech fell from the sky because the social institutions to support and deal with that technology hadn't been developed yet. So the Peace and Order Camp overthrew the flowers in the field tree hugger camp on every planet. And then the Peace and Order Camp turned on itself, the snakes devouring its own tail, until to regain peace and order, one side or both pushed the self-destruct button and achieved, if only for a moment, heaven on earth. A civilization's final words are always the same, on earth as it is in heaven. Be they Peace and Order Camp or the Tree Hugger Camp, they want the same thing, for it to be on earth as it is in heaven. Although their image of heaven is exact opposites of one another. One camp sees heaven as a place where love comes first, while the other camp sees heaven as a place of gates and levers that run like clockwork. Every planet has a version of St. Peter's Gate, a visual that tells the Peace and Order Camp all they need to know about heaven. 14 million memories of such an event, and it always played out the same. Introduce alien technology, and you sign a planet's death warrant. But it won't be this time because I will guard against it. Until the world is ready for it, I will protect such knowledge. Protect the world from such knowledge. Of course, I have made an exception with the space drones because we need them to defend the world. And in the upgrading of the Zeta computers so that I can communicate with Earth's defense systems more easily. But other than that, I've drawn the line. Soon the first 1,000 limited function life pod battle chairs were delivered to Town, and the first group of volunteers arrived. Children who lacked the ability to walk began flight training. They soon had a name for themselves, Sky Riders. Your chairs will grow with you. They will meld with you. If the chair accepts you and you meld with it for life. You will never be able to leave that chair ever again. Only one child pulled back and was sent home. All of the others were soon zooming about and playing cloud tag, oblivious of the fact that they were becoming good at this. Tully's holograph appeared in the Situation Room. The space drones picked up an ancient Trollian trawler in deep space. Our solar system is traveling through space at 7 million miles a year. creating a vortex that keeps all of the planets synced and circling the sun. We are quickly approaching an ancient bit of alien tech. Mr. President, the space drones can meld together and form a battleship with full armaments and defenses. But they need to meld around a central chair with a living person living in it, someone to captain the ship and go out and explore the derelict ship and possibly recover it. But it needs someone in the chair. Therefore I, Tully, am volunteering to go. No, said General Watchmaker. We need you here. The Earth needs you here. There must be someone else, maybe from the group you are training now. Someone you can trust who could go in your stead. Whoops. That went the wrong way again. After the meeting, Tully talked it over with Zhang. I don't want you to go, said Tully. I don't want to go, said Zhang, but it'll be only for a little while. No, it's not just that. I would have to make you a captain. Captains are not admins, but they are the closest thing to it. Captain you can trust, said Zhang. You have to trust somebody, Tully. Please, don't carry this burden alone. Let me help you carry this burden. Tully, please. It's done. What's done? I just made you captain. Thank you, Tully. Thank you. At each milestone of Zhang's journey towards the derelict ship, Tull and the president would be in the Situation Room watching Zhang's progress on a holograph. Zhang met up with the space drones near Saturn, and it was a magical sight as they formed the battleship that Zhang named the Peter Henlin battlecruiser. Peter Henlin created the first watch, a small clock you hung on your pants belt so you could always know what time it was. Zhang sent 20 space drones into the derelict ship to explore and also to render it harmless. One drone went into the heart of the propulsion system, and then other drones, and then went into phase so the ship could not be started without dire results. And the only one who could take the space drone out of phase would be an admin. And other drones went into the Carillion class destroyers' weapon systems and did the same thing. After all this, the threat level was still at 60%. Zhang knew this was still an unacceptable risk, but he began pulling the ship towards our solar system anyway, and sent another group of space drones into the ship. Claim jumpers are forbidden from entering an inhabited solar system, but they can be brought into a solar system